In this video, we're going to look at managing some allotment plots. So the first thing I'm going to do is, on the left-hand side, I'm going to go down to the allotments collection and expand that. And you can see I've got two layers here. I'm going to select allotment boundaries. And this shows me all of the allotment boundaries in my area. If there are any missing, you can go and add to this layer, but we're not going to cover that in this video. And I can zoom into one, and you can see it's not a particularly good shape here, so actually I'm going to edit this. So I'm going to select it. It brings up the information on the left hand side, and I'm going to press the edit button. Okay, and then this is just a case of stretching it into shape. So I'm pulling the corners of this into place so that it accurately represents the allotment boundary. Okay, that's good enough. On the left hand side, I can put in any information I know about this allotment, and that will just help future me understanding it. And let me just click save, and that's updated that shape. I can close that info panel down. But what we're going to do is actually add individual plots to this site. So let's switch off the boundaries layer and switch on the plots layer. Now, at this scale of mapping, I probably want to switch over to the aerial photography. That's going to give me a better idea of the site. So let's expand the photography collection and click latest. And let's expand the ordnance survey collection and switch that one off. Okay, that's a much better view. So I'm going to zoom into an appropriate scale here, just so I can get the detail of the individual plots. It will help if you have an idea of what's going on the ground here. I'm going to make this up. But what I'm going to do is hover over the plots layer. You see the little tick turns into a cog as I hover over it. I'm going to click on that to bring up the mini menu for that layer and click add feature. This puts me into the editing mode for that layer, and I'm just going to do a series of single clicks on the map to draw out that first plot. And then to close this shape, I'm just going to, you can see it snaps to that initial point that I drew. I'm going to do one final click, that completes that shape. And then in the left hand side, I'm going to put in any details I want to put in about that plot. So again, this is going to help future me understand what's going on. You've got some drop downs here, so we can say it's an occupied plot. We can put in the renewal date for the tenancy, and we can put in any of the tenant holders' names and details as well. This isn't being published to the public, so you can hold customer details here. Let's click save, and that's added it onto the map. Now I'm still in the editing mode, so I can go and add the second one as well. So I might want to snap this up to that original one just to make my map nice and clear. So what I'm going to do is use the snapping tool here and say I want to snap to this layer. And you see it, you'll notice it slightly changes the colouring, but you'll notice that my mouse cursor is now snapping to that line. So let me just draw the next one out. And again, put in any details. And I can keep doing this. Now I'm just doing this quickly. You can put as much detail in as you like, or as little as you like. Let's put this one's not fit for use, so maybe it needs some remedial work first. And when I click save, you'll notice that that actually changes the colour of that site. So that's an initial indication that there's something wrong with this site. And the same would apply if I go and draw another site. Close that one. Let's put this one that's vacant, so no tenant on this one, and that comes up as green, showing that it's available. So you can see you can quite quickly build up your allotment plots and the information stored within them. So let's close this editor down now, and you can see I'm starting to build up a nice map of allotment plots. Now you can just click on any of these and it will bring up the information in the left hand panel, and you can go and edit and delete shapes from here. And you've also got the table view where we can go and search for allotment plots, and it will bring up all of the allotment plots here. So I've got in my demo account another site where I've been drawing information in, so I might want to then go and drill down to find the ones that have the WR prefix on them, and you can see those 4 that I drew just now. And from here you can also see any omissions to what I've drawn in. So I've been doing this quickly, so you can see I've left out the tenant details. You can go and add those in. So you can do that from here as well. When you click on these rows, you can go and change their status or go and put in their renewal date, and that updates live. If you wanted to go back to one of those, you can click on, say, this one and go view on the map, and it will zoom the map to that location. Okay, so that's how you can get started with managing your allotment sites and your allotment plots.